If you've ever wondered who your number one perfect partner is in astrology, or who am I going to get married to, or who is the best person to get into a relationship with, look at your seventh house in astrology. Your seventh house in astrology can show you every detail about what you really seek for in a romantic partner. It'll show you the qualities you seek for. Your seventh house is the opposite of your first house in astrology. Your first house represents who you are, and your seventh house being like the polar opposite of who you are, your self appearance, and how you present yourself. Your seventh house is going to show you what you seek in a partner. This is like your better half. This is the energy that you seek and desire so innately. This is like the person who you feel like completes you as a person. This is like your yin to your yang. Your seventh house is your ideal type and the type of person who you seek for. When you are looking at people on TV, when you're looking at celebrities, when you are looking at content creators, and you find somebody who is like, ooh, this person is just like the ideal person that I seek for. This is the person who I want to marry. You might even have it pop into your head like, oh, this is the person that I want to marry. When I grow up, I want to find someone just like this because they complete me. They fulfill all of these innermost desires that I have. I want to meet this person in real life because this is my ideal type. Like, this is who I want to get married to. And this person that you see on TV or in the media, or is a celebrity or a content creator in some way, look at their natal chart because they might have seventh house synastry with you. They might have planets in your seventh house. So for example, if you are a Scorpio rising, you might find that this person has a lot of Taurus placements. You look for the opposite of your ascendant sign basically, and that'll be your seventh house, of course, depending on the time you were born. Hi, my name is Elizabeth. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here we like to talk about astrology, numerology, and everything written in the stars for you. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the seventh house in astrology and finding your number one perfect partner. This is going to be the person who you desire so innately in your own personal natal chart. This is going to be the energy that you crave, the energy that you really want in a better half or a second person in order to complete yourself. When we think about the seventh house is characterized by one-on-one relationships, business partnerships, and marriages. Your seventh house is the house that will characterize what you seek for in your ideal partner. In this video, I'm going to go through all of the rising signs so you can get a sense of what you seek for based on your own rising sign, and you can kind of get a sense of the energy that you really want in your life based on your rising sign. It is important to look at your full natal chart to get a full sense of where your seventh house starts. This is kind of like generalized information for lots and lots of people, but it is also always important to get your natal chart read by a practicing astrologer in order to get a full sense of where your seventh house starts and what's in your seventh house, because you could have your ascendant start at 1 degree and your seventh house might go through, for example, Scorpio, Libra, and Scorpio, just for like one example. So starting off with Aries rising, you are looking for somebody who is a Libra. You're looking for somebody who is very fair-minded and collaborative. You're looking for somebody who cares about other people a lot. You might be somebody who really likes themselves and works really hard for themselves. You might create a life for yourself and you want somebody who cares a lot about others. You might also be a little bit bold and brash, and you might want somebody who is going to be more fair-minded and is going to be like, no, wait a second, we need to think about all the details first. We need to think about other people. Who you seek for is like somebody who's really charming, somebody who is like so fair-minded and sees both sides of the coin. Like, you might be very into yourself and you might rush headfirst into things. In order to complete you and find like your yin to your yang, you need to find somebody who is very fair-minded and loves to balance people out. You also need to find somebody who's really good with social situations, whereas like you might be somebody who wants to rush and like be like, oh, let's go talk to all these people. I want to go do this. I want to go on an adventure. You need somebody who's going to be like, oh, hold on. We need to think about all these details first. Like, we need to think about like, oh, all of the social implications of everything. And make sure everybody is happy. We can't just make this all about you. It has to be about the collective and everybody else as well. We can't just do it for you, essentially. If you have your ascendant in Taurus, you are looking for somebody who is very deep, who is very sensual, somebody who might have a lot of knowledge of the occult or taboo subjects. You're looking for somebody who wants to pursue you in a very deep way. They desire you and want you. They will also be very obsessive towards you, like never stop pursuing you. You will also feel like this person, you can trust this person because they will never stop pursuing you. The 7th house for Taurus is Scorpio, so you're looking for someone with a lot of scorpionic traits. You're looking for somebody with like a lot of traits and qualities that make them very driven to succeed. And you're also looking for somebody who is like very much like a go-getter in a way that they have all these very strong passions and desires, and they're very obsessive. And when they go after you, they might be obsessed with you and work really hard for you. And you can also trust this person as they will never leave. If you have a Gemini ascendant, you're looking for somebody who is playful, fun, outgoing, and loves to travel. This person could also be very wise because they constantly are traveling and learning new things and going distant places in order to grow their knowledge. These people will also want to go down all of the rabbit holes that you want to as well, because the opposite sign of Gemini is Sagittarius. You're looking for somebody kind of lucky and somebody who is willing to learn new things. While you love to talk and communicate, this person is going to kind of fulfill that because they're interested in talking about it too. They are interested in doing the things that you want to do. They're going to be interested in talking about the things that you want to talk about as well. If you have your ascendant in Cancer, you are looking for a Capricorn or somebody with a lot of very earthly energy. This person is very ambitious and somebody who loves to get stuff done. They're also very safe and secure people because Cancer energy kind of craves safety and security. You're a very nurturing person and kind of like a homebody, and you could prefer to stay at home while as your significant other is at work and pursuing their ambitions in the business stratosphere. You could feel very safe doing this because, you know, it's kind of like they're going to work, whereas you're working from home or being at home by yourself, where they are working really hard. You could also feel like these people feel very safe and secure to be around, and these people make you feel extremely happy like every single day. Like when they come home from work and you have stuff ready for them and you have created things, whereas they have done that in a different location. If your ascendant is in Leo, you're looking for somebody who's a little eccentric, a little bit out there, and a little rebellious. You being a Leo ascendant, you're kind of rebellious as well. Like you're very bold and driven and passionate, and you love being the center of attention, and you are such a creative person. And having somebody who has a lot of Aquarius energy, like you are going to feel like this person is just like so cool and different, and they're going to want to do the same things you want to do. And they might even have you use your image where you're like this bold performer into helping them innovate whatever they want to innovate. Leo energy is so performative with what they want to do. Leo wants to be in the spotlight. It wants to be well known. It wants to be recognized. It also wants to outshine everybody else. And you working with Aquarius placements who might not 100% like being in the spotlight, but will give you things to kind of talk about and perform about, you are going to have like a better relationship with them because they are very rooted in humanitarianism, innovation, and anything that involves pushing the limits or pushing the boundaries of something, like in order to progress it positively. Maybe they want to progress technology. They might give you something to talk about where then you can be your entertainer self. If you have your ascendant in Virgo, you're looking for somebody who you can help structure. You're looking for somebody who can be like your own science fair project where you can take somebody and help them be structured and help them accomplish things. You really like Pisces energy because Pisces is a little wishy-washy. Pisces is a mutable water sign where they kind of want to go everywhere. They're not very like stuck to one subject. It's also hard to get them to accomplish anything because Pisces might start multiple projects and then never finish any of their projects because they are always thinking about the next thing, or they can get easily distracted. And you having a Virgo ascendant, and this is the way you present yourself into the world, you love to help other people achieve their dreams. Pisces placements can be very creative souls and very, very talented. and you want to help them achieve their goals, achieve their dreams, and become better people. With all of your Virgo energy, you want to take this person and structure them and mold them into a brand new person. I feel like you're not as much nurturing as you are more like project managing this person. You're not necessarily like nurturing them like a Cancer would. You're like kind of like structuring them and help them achieving what they want to do. When you have this Virgo energy to you, you might also be like, okay, we have to get your homework done. It's time to do your homework now. It's time to do this. It's time to do that. And the Pisces placement, you might have to like kind of corral them into doing what they're supposed to do. That's kind of what you seek. You might also seek somebody who's very dreamy and spiritual, because it's like the opposite side of you. You could have grown up in a very controlling household and you're like, oh, I love this person because they are so not controlling. Like, I love this so much because like they're very creative and talented, and they don't really care about that. Like, they don't care about the fact that like we need to do this or we need to do this. They're not trying to control me. They are just being themselves and being like this creative person. I don't need to have to worry about somebody trying to hurt me. And instead, I want to help this person achieve what they're supposed to do. It's kind of like that. If you have a Libra ascendant, you're looking for somebody with a lot of Aries energy. You're looking for somebody who is a go-getter and very driven. You're looking for somebody who is going to pursue you the way that you want to be pursued. You're looking for somebody who is athletic, somebody who is very bold, very like cool on the outside, somebody who is very aggressive in achieving their dreams. I feel like the archetype for like a Libra ascendant Aries relationship would be like the beautiful cheerleader, and the Aries placement is like the football player, like that. I feel like Libra energy is so charming and diplomatic and all about other people, and the Aries placements are more about like drive, ambition. They're ruled by Mars, so it's such a Venus-Mars relationship. It's very traditional in the sense where like the Libra rising wants to be pursued by the Aries, and Libra wants to be like this beautiful, charming, attractive person who's also kind of like a socialite, to attract the person who is very driven by Mars and is very aggressive and loves physical activity and loves doing things with like sports. If you're a Scorpio ascendant, you are somebody who is looking for somebody who might have a lot more than you. You're looking for somebody very beautiful. You're looking for somebody who is very into food and earthly comforts and sensual things. You are a very driven person by desire. Like, you want to plot your way to the top. You want to be this person who is very driven, and you use psychology and you tap into occult topics in order to get what you want. You love this energy. So you seek somebody who is very beautiful, someone very earthly, because it feels like it fulfills your innermost desires. The things that you do not have and the things that you desire, Taurus will give you because they have those things. You seek somebody who is somebody who already has a lot of stuff, who might be well off financially, or you might desire somebody who is like just very beautiful, or has real estate, or has physical tangible items that you so desire. You might also be somebody who's like, oh, I see this because I desire this. Like, this is what I want. This person fulfills me so well because I want all of these things, and this person has those things. If you have a Sagittarius ascendant, you're looking for someone with Gemini energy. You're looking for somebody who is very communicative, very smart and quick-witted. You might be somebody who likes to go out and party and have fun and go after the things that you desire so much. You might be somebody who wants to go out and see the world and party and travel and do like fun things. You might also love things like social media or being in the spotlight. And Geminis are very quick-witted and fun-loving, and they're also very strong socially. So when you're looking for somebody and looking for like a perfect match, Gemini is going to be able to fulfill that for you, because they are socialites who love to party, who are good at like social media and good at things like that, that will allow you to fulfill those innermost desires. If you have a Capricorn rising, you are looking for Cancer energy. Like, you're looking for somebody who's very nurturing, somebody who might be a homebody, somebody who could want to stay at home and like that's what they do. You could be somebody who really likes the going out and working. You could be very driven for success and driven for achievement, and your ideal partner could be somebody who is at home all of the time. They could be very creative or very spiritual and psychic. They could be somebody who's very emotionally intelligent, whereas you suppress your emotions. You could be somebody who's very smart and not as emotional, and having somebody who's a little bit more emotional and emotionally intelligent will have you feel more like, this completes me. This person is more emotionally intelligent than me. This completes me because I am more driven towards success. I am more driven for becoming a successful entrepreneur or getting that promotion or raise at work. Having this other person makes me go back into my emotions and remember, like, even though I have to be driven for success and even though I need to achieve these things, I cannot forget the fact that I still have to tap into my emotions. Like, I still have to remember that I have emotions and these emotions are very important. And having a partner like that is going to really help you into becoming the person who you want to be. If you have a Aquarius ascendant, you're looking for Leo energy. Leo energy is very bold, passionate, driven. They're like the performer, the entertainer. And you being like an Aquarius, you're eccentric and different. You're also very rebellious, and you are very into humanitarianism and innovation. So when you seek for a partner, the person who's going to complete you is like Leo energy, because they're like the entertainer who makes you happy, and you love to help give them things to entertain others about. You might have like a passion project that you have, and connecting with somebody like that, you're gonna feel like, oh, I can work with this person or give this person stuff in order to progress what I seek to innovate. You might find that you naturally attract Leo placements who are going to feel very strongly about like what you feel very strongly about, and together you can work really hard in order to progress society. Leos are also a sign that cares a lot about their friends and cares a lot about their relationships and the people who they're in relationships with. They're a fixed fire sign, which makes them very bold and care a lot about their relationships and other people. And so you being a fixed air sign who is like a little eccentric and a little bit out there, you're going to feel very rooted in your beliefs. And working with a Leo, they're going to pump you up and like help you and hype you up as well, and you're going to love the energy there. If you are a Pisces rising, you are kind of like a wishy-washy person, but you're also very like creative and talented, and your ideal type is somebody who's very earthly and the complete opposite of you. You're looking for somebody who is like very, very detailed, very driven, somebody who is like really good at words and really good at structure, and somebody who can help you achieve what you desire, because you could be somebody who procrastinates things, or you could be somebody who just has very talented or could be pulled in a lot of directions very easily. And having somebody with Virgo placements in your life will help you become the person who you want to be. It will also help you become the person who you desire to be in your life, because this person will kind of take you on as like a project to help you become the better version of yourself. You'll also find that Virgo placements are really good writers and really good communicators, where you are more of a creative person. So you're more of like visual creativity videographers. So when you're in a partnership with somebody who's a very strong writer, you feel like it completes you so much. I definitely do feel like the thing of having like somebody who's a visual artist paired with somebody who's a strong writer is really important for like relationships in the creative world, because a lot of the time you pair somebody who's a very strong writer with somebody who's a very strong visual artist, and together they create something amazing. Someone good with words, somebody good with visuals, you create just amazing projects. That's why a lot of the time when people write books, there is an illustrator and an author, and the illustrator and author work together. That's like a Pisces Virgo relationship. I actually see more often than not Pisces placements end up getting in relationships with Gemini placements, because Gemini is more of like a social writer, whereas Pisces is more of a illustrator, designer, visual artist. Like they're an illustrator or a graphic designer, and together they kind of have the same thing going on, where one person is really good with words and the other good person is really good with visuals, and they form a relationship. I've seen time and time again Gemini placements and Pisces placements get together, and in my heart of hearts, I really don't necessarily think it's the best relationship to have Gemini with Pisces, because their energy is squared and they could start fighting, because Pisces is more of an emotional sign. They're a water sign, whereas Gemini placements are unemotional and more into intellectual things. That's why they tend to get along a little bit better with Aquarius, because they're also an air sign. And because Gemini is so unemotional and Pisces is emotional, they can kind of clash, whereas like Gemini is just saying things and Pisces is crying. It's like that type of relationship. Whereas Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. They're also a good communicator, and it's an earth sign, whereas Pisces is a water sign. So earth signs tend to be a little bit more rooted in the earth, and they are also a little bit more emotional, whereas Gemini is a very unemotional sign. So the Pisces Virgo relationship tends to be a little bit better, whereas like Pisces and Gemini relationships are not as great as you might think, because of that situation where the Pisces person is so emotional and the Gemini person is not. But like, you still kind of need a creative person who is good at visuals to work with a writer. It's better to have that writer to have Virgo placements instead of Gemini placements when they're working with a Pisces person. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Elizabeth. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, please follow me on Substack, TikTok, and Instagram, as I post daily.